Notaspringchick, and we're here today to talk about how to buy and sell your home. Now, regardless if you're in the market to buy or sell, or you're just kind of taking a look at what's going on in the real estate market. So today, we're going to talk more about what's going on, because, well, you need to know. Well, no matter what, the National Board of Realtors says that housing sales are up. Now, when you look at those figures, everyone will say, golly, how can that be up? Now remember, it's always relative, because whether they're trying to turn the story up or down depends on what statistics they're using. So look behind the figures, because I know here, we're in Southern California in the west side, and it's probably one of the more expensive areas. And when you drive around, you can see quite a few houses for sale. So if they're for sale, they haven't been sold. But although this is the summertime, which tends to seasonally by nature have more houses for sale. So we'll see how that ends up running out. But I do see more sales for sale by owner. But if you're thinking that, well, it's only the people that lost their job that are being affected, or the poor people that are being affected, no. What's going on affects everybody. Because just like fuel prices are affecting you, and it's affecting not only how much gas you put in, it's affecting your food prices. Well, I don't know. It's one of those things that have repercussions throughout the industry. But here's one of the ones. I was actually very sad to hear this one. This is Ed McMahon. For many of you, you're very familiar with him, with Johnny Carson on The Tonight Show. Yes, that was before Jay Leno. And it's his fame without fortune. There's a lot of celebrities that have fame, but they don't have, well, as many funds as they used to, because as it said, they can live in mansions, shop at the fanciest department stores, drive luxury cars. So why is it that so many highly paid entertainers have money issues? Well, it's because they live in mansions, shop at the fanciest department stores, etc., etc., because their lifestyles are more expensive.
Aren't they essentially doing the same thing that the person in the middle class is doing, except doing it bigger?
Well, you know what? That's a very good point. I know when we covered the Orange County Auto Show, they were very proud of, they were saying this is the average income. And then they showed what the average spending was per family. And actually, the average spending per household was more than their average income. So, the entertainers, I guess they just do it bigger, right?
They mirror society, except in a bigger manner.
And I've always heard that people, no matter how much you prepare, that there's always two financial crises that you will experience in your lifetime, and that's on an average basis. So, for example, we're going to use Ed McMahon, and we're going to actually get to some other ones, because on here, it shows all these other things. Well, basically, being here in Southern California and covering news, we have an idea more about what's going on, because didn't Ed have some problems with mold in his house?
Yep, got won $7.5 million against the company to build his home. And
then what happened to the money?
The lawyers took it all. He got the mold fixed, the lawyers took it all, and nothing went on the mortgage of the home.
And that's unfortunate, because during that time with the mold issue, he couldn't live in the house, right?
That's right. He was paying for this is where his money problems was. Multiple houses when he could only afford one house. He still made the payments on that one while he couldn't live in it.
Really? Well, that's unfortunate. And then he started trying to sell the house. And then he was bit by another problem, is that he had a beautiful home. He was selling it. But he lived how close to Britney Spears?
She is right up next to him. They butt property.
Yeah. So guess what happened when he went to sell his property? Well, all the paparazzi wanted to come and see, which didn't help him try and sell the house. They just wanted to stay over there, which really doesn't help a whole lot. And here's some other ones. I know. It's like watching those drama shows when you look at somebody else and then you don't feel so
It's
bad.
also Dynasty and Dallas gone wrong.
Oh, is that what it is? I mean, here's some other celebrities that they're showing. Marion, is it Suge Knight? Lorenzo Lamas, where shows that their debts are exceeding their assets, or pretty well close to it. That's what happens sometimes when you live large. And also Anne Hesh. Anne Hesh just got, she got divorced, and in the settlement, they wanted her to pay more than she had in her bank account, and they basically said, well, go get another job. I mean, men have been experiencing that. Women are. I mean,
Yeah. But see, the trick was all of these people you showed are young and they're all working.
oh, that's true. Because Ed, people might say, well, Ed's older and he hasn't worked as much in a while. Yeah, these guys are still very viable.
Right.
Now, the actor strike probably didn't help.
That killed them. And the next actor strike is going to hit them. The 30th they're counting on is going to be mean and nasty, and people are going to lose everything.
Oh, you know, so sometimes those unforeseen circumstances, it's not only affecting you when a factory closes, when the economy changes, it affects and goes throughout the economy.
Yeah.
So you know what? So how do you prepare best for it? Well, cut back.
Well,
Start now.
you can't do what Donald Greenspan said, which is to have 6 months of your earnings stuck away in a bank account.
Well, even if you did.
But you can't. It's an impossibility. You have bills.
But even if you did, it still can be very difficult. So plan the best you can, and actually, that will be coming up. So for now, this is Notaspringchick on Fame Without Fortune when it comes to buying and selling a house. Belt by Baltazar.